Good morning, all.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, hey.
A little bit.
Try that. Ah,
Okay, there you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Okay. You're going to have to put some headphones on, I think. Well, you got to get some. Okay. You didn't come with none, huh? Un momento. I have a guest.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Hello. And tell me your name. Tell me your name again, ma'am.
Hey, I'm Miss Marilyn J.
Hi, Ms. Marilyn. Pleasure to meet you.
Hi, my darling. And you are? I don't think I've seen your name.
My name is Jennifer.
Jennifer. All right, nice to meet you.
Hey, Rose.
How you doing, Tasha? You look upside down.
Where's Tasha?
Right.
Tasha, why are you upside down? Did Kai put you up to this? And it's somebody's birthday?
Yeah, I see a happy birthday in the background.
It's my birthday then. I'm gonna be like my grandma. She say every day is her birthday. Okay, it's 12:05, so we are officially going to get this party started. As the inspirational president of, I'm saying this all wrong. I'm hearing feedback and it's driving me nuts. So let me see what I can do about this. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. It says me. You're not, let's mute you. Okay. So, inspirational speakers. Here go my boom, boom, clap, boom, boom, clap. Welcome to another meeting online. We're doing this. This is driving me nuts, this feedback thing. I don't know what to do. So I'm going to pass this over to our Toastmaster so I can figure out my technical schmecnical.
Mimi, you might be able, it's coming through, I think, me. It says
Yes,
mute
that's what I know. That's
if
what I
they
think
mute,
too.
you might be good.
Are you muted?
Try muting.
It says she's muted.
Jennifer, if you're host, you
It
should
says
be
that
able
you're
to hit the
unmuted.
mic. I think you might be able to mute on the participant side.
Actually, I'm not sure if I'm
It's
the
me.
host.
I'm going to make you a host.
Let's see. And then that should fix the feedback, hopefully.
It says make host cancel. I want to make you co-host. Can I co-host you? I don't know. I'm just going to make you host.
And try making me host as well, if you don't mind.
Let's see. I gave her the hosting duties and that took mine away. It usually allows me to put somebody co-host.
Let's see. Let's try that. Mimi, try speaking again.
Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I muted myself.
No, I heard you there.
Oh, you
There was no
did?
echo. Yeah, there was
Okay.
no echo that time.
All right. Awesome.
Okay, you're good now.
All right. So, Madam Toastmaster, Miss Jennifer Yancey, please take it away.
I'm running to the podium. Okay. All right. Good morning, Toastmasters. Glad to see all your faces today. And thank you. Before we get started, I just want to thank everybody for your patience and your flexibility. I know there's been a lot of oversharing of information as of late, but just wanted to make sure that everybody stays informed. Everybody is on the same page as far as what we're doing today and moving forward. So again, I just wanted to extend my thank you for that. So what we're going to do right now, we're just going to introduce the functionaries, and if you would please just describe your roles, that would be perfect. So we will start with the counter, and I've already done several ahs and ums, and we haven't even started the meeting yet. So Tasha, take it away.
Hello. So I'm the counter for this meeting today. I will be counting all the ums and filler words. Ta-da!
Thank you, ma'am. And next we have the grammarian / wordmaster, and that will be our guest for today, Ms. Marilyn.
Yes, and hello, fellow Toastmasters. And just to clarify for the record, I am Miss Marilyn J, with the J on the end. But so we got it good there. But I am your grammarian for today. And as the grammarian, I will be looking for proper and improper uses of the English language. So that means you better talk right, okay? And also my job as the grammarian today is to bring you the word of the day. So I have a word that is quite interesting and different that I believe some of you guys may not have heard before. And that word is cachinnate. Or excuse me, cachinnate.
Spell that for us.
And cachinnate is spelled C-A-C-H-I-N-N-A-T-E. And again, that is cachinnate. And cachinnate means to laugh loudly and or in an unrestrained way. And I will use cachinnate for you guys. I see Mr. Q Blanche over there, big smile laughing. I like that. And cachinating is healthy. You should cachinnate daily. And if you cachinnate, you're going to live longer. All right. So get some laughter in your life. It's good. It's healthy for you. Cachinnate all day. All right.
Perfect. Thank you, Ms. Marilyn J. Got it this time, Ms. Marilyn J. So now we're going to hear from our timer. How you doing, Ms. Chinita?
I'm here. Hey. So I am going to time the meeting and signal at appropriate points. And hey, everybody can read, right? Can you read that? Green. Red. Yellow.
Thank you very much. And next, who would be our general evaluator, but our distinguished Toastmaster, Mr. Marty. Marty, take it away.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster. At the end of the meeting, I'll lead the section where we hear from the functionaries, and I'll also provide an overview of my perspective of the meeting. I just want to say already, it looks like we're off to a much better start than we used to. So we're learning, we're getting better.
Thank you, Marty. So, okay, we're going to be getting into our speeches right now. And change number 1006, we are going to have 2 speeches today, but both of them are going to be performed by our wonderful president, Ms. Mimi the Motivator. So the first speech is going to be evaluated by Q, Quentin Blanche. So Q, if you can give us a little bit of background on that.
Appreciate that, Jennifer. I will be evaluating Mimi's speech today. I believe she's going to be giving us a summary or theory based on research that's a social or political issue. So I'm sure it's going to have some, I guess, points that need to be made. It's going to be, really maybe kind of drive our emotions a little bit. And I'm excited to hear from Mimi as far as doing the on video as well. And she gave me her sheet as far as what I'm to look for as regarding defining her speech, the subject of her speech, and also how she delivers that. And hopefully make it interesting to the audience that we, I guess, consider her points. So I'm excited for it. It's, I believe, 6 to 8 minutes. It's 6 to 8 minutes. So there'll be green at 6, yellow at 7, and I believe red at 8. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'll pass back to you to Jennifer.
Thank you, Q. Appreciate you. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our wonderful president, Mimi the Motivator. Mimi, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you so very much, Madam Toastmaster. This is her first time being Toastmaster, and she's doing a wonderful job. So give her a round of applause or spirit hands for that. So I read a book called Psychotherapy, Purpose, Process, and Practice. And it says that as all therapy is psychotherapy, all illness is mental illness. So today we're going to talk about how disease begins in the mind. So not only will we talk about how that happens, but also how we can also heal ourselves from that same source. Originally, I gave this speech at a mental health awareness event that was for the minority community. And if you have ever spent any time in the minority community, or even sometimes in other communities, mental health is a no-no. We don't talk about it. We might talk about migraines and my back hurt. We might talk about cancer and gout and thyroid and all those different things. But one thing that I have to let you know, if you have ever encountered any mental illness, anybody who has any of those physical illnesses that I just named plus more, they are suffering from a mental illness as well. Disease begins in the mind. All things begin in the mind. Disease comes from being at dis-ease. When we have thought patterns that are normally repetitious in our mind, going and going and going, repeating themselves over and over and over, and a lot of times we are suppressing those thoughts and suppressing emotions, it manifests as disease in our body. I have this wonderful book that I pull out just about every single day. It's called You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. If I have a few minutes at the end of this, I will ask for a few volunteers to name an ailment or something that's bothering you, and I will tell you the thought pattern that it is related to possibly, and an affirmation to fix it. So first, I'm going to give you an affirmation, and I would like for you to type it in the chat box. I am changing my mind. I am changing my mind. So if you decide to change your mind, everything else in your world can change. So if you decide to change your mind, that means everything in your body can change as well. Let's say you have lower back pain. And I think a lot of people are feeling that right now. Would you be interested in knowing why or how, what that is coming from? It comes from a fear of money, from a lack of money. And a lot of people right now are concerned about finances, especially if your job has transitioned to an at-home situation that doesn't really work for your industry. Or let's say your company has said, well, listen, we don't have anything for you to do, so you're just going to have to go home, and we are not going to be paying you anymore. People's finances have changed, and it's affecting what's going on in their mind and creating dis-ease like none other, and that's why their back hurts. There are all kinds of ailments that are going around, even something like coronaviruses, such as HIV and AIDS, such as COVID-19. They all begin as manifestations of the mind. And that's probably why I'm not really concerned about this thing, because my mind is not vibrationally open to receive any of that. What I tell myself is that I am healed, whole, and complete. Type that in the chat box. I am healed, whole, and complete. And put an exclamation point on it. Say it like you mean it. Type it like you mean it. Because that is where we're going to get our healing from. Because if all disease begins in the mind, that means all healing begins in the mind. By a show of hands, do I have any En Vogue fans in the house? No En Vogue fans? Oh, okay. So you're familiar with that song where they say, free your mind, then the rest will follow. You have to free your mind. You have to heal your mind, and the body, the rest will follow. Even your experiences will follow. Take control of your mind. Make the decision to change your mind so you can change your health, so you can protect yourself from disease and prevent disease from coming into your experience. It's all in the mind, you know, like some Jedi mind tricks or something. Heal yourself with your Jedi mind tricks. Tap into your spirit, tap into your higher source, knowing that you can heal yourself and you can heal other people too. We got this wonderful word, and I'm afraid that I might say it wrong, but I think it's calculate. Calculate, she said, is healthy. Laughter heals. So I hope we get some calculating going on around here today. So another way that you can heal yourself is through the tool of subconscious programming. So subconscious programming can be putting on some headphones, listening to binaural beats, listening to affirmations saying that I am healed, I am whole, I am complete, I am happy, I am joyous, I am disease-free. You can have affirmations playing while you're asleep because the subconscious mind is always listening. You can have them playing while you're doing your dishes or while even reading a book. Another thing that I do is I have note cards around my entire house with affirmations on them. I have an affirmation so when I sit down and use the bathroom, there's one right at eye level that says I am available to more good than I have ever experienced, realized, or imagined before. And then when I go wash my hands, there's another list of affirmations that I read to myself to prevent myself from the ailments and the dis-ease that I have suffered or battled in the past. Because I know if I reprogram myself, then I will be a healthier, happier person. If you reprogram yourself, you will be a happier, healthier person. What are you dealing with? So I want somebody to raise their hand, name an ailment. It could be something you're suffering from or something someone you know in your family or a friend that is suffering from. Who's got something for me?
Mimi, I've got something.
Go for it.
Actually, several, not just myself, but also with some people that are close to me. Lower back problems, hypertension.
Let's go with hypertension. Stop right there, okay? So like I said, lower back problems does come from a fear of money, or usually surrounding a lack of money. But I do want to give you the affirmation for it. So what it is that I trust the process of life. I trust the process of life. All I need is always taken care of. And I am safe. So those are the 3 affirmations for the back pain. Now, hypertension. Hypertension is very popular. So hypertension goes to the blood. So blood problems are a result of, I lost my page. Represents joy in the body flowing freely. So that is the issue at hand. And the affirmation to reprogram your mind is, I am the joy of life, expressing and receiving. I am the joy of life, expressing and receiving. So that's all the time we have, and I will have to pass this back over to our Madam Toastmaster. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Madam President. Very informative speech, very energetic as usual. I expected nothing less. So before we continue, I'd be remiss, as we were going over the functionaries, I left one out. So we have a volunteer for Table Topics Master, and that is none other than the queen of everything, Ms. Janet. So Ms. Janet, if you can break that down for us really quick.
Table topics are extemporaneous speaking opportunities. So we usually speak 1 to 2 minutes, and the table topics master has prepared questions for you to answer or topics for you to address. And I have that. Prepare to smile.
Thank you, ma'am. So, okay. We do have a second speech, and it is by the same person, Ms. Mimi the Motivator. Although, again, change number 1006, if we do not have anyone identified to evaluate Mimi's speech or someone.
Well, what I did is I recruited our guest and I handed her my book real quick when we started. So she has the evaluation tool. So Miss Marilyn J,
okay,
if
perfect.
you can look at that page where it has objectives and read us the objectives of this speech, please.
Okay, hello everyone. Just 1 second. Okay, the objective of this speech is to present an award with dignity and grace, acknowledge the contributions of the recipient, and this is a 3 to 4 minute speech.
Thank you for that, Ms. Marilyn J. So without further ado, Mimi, if you are ready, take it away with speech number 2.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. I want to thank you all for being here today. Everybody that I see on this screen, I have the little tic-tac-toe screen. I don't know if you all have that option on your computers to do the gallery view, but I get to see all of your faces at the same time. And everybody on this screen is somebody that I actually have the pleasure of knowing inside and outside of Toastmasters, which makes it even better. When we're inside Toastmasters, we get to know people in one kind of aspect, and outside of Toastmasters, we get to meet them in another way. Or vice versa, when you know them outside and then they come into the game and you get to see them in a different light, working on their professional skills, working on their leadership skills. The person that I am going to be presenting an award today to has demonstrated ethics like none other. I've seen this person work hard. I've seen this person set a goal, to set an intention, because this is more of a law of attraction type believer. I've seen this person set their sight on something and work and work and work and work persistently to it. This person has also been someone that has inspired me to do the same, to set my sight on something and to go for it with no regard at all. So sometimes this person may can seem selfish, but it's because this person has understood what the flight attendant keeps trying to tell me, to put my own airbag on first. So this person is an inspiration in my life in so many ways. This person is a support to me in so many ways they may know of, in ways they may not know. Because what we have learned in this club is that a lot of times we have people who are mentors to us without them knowing, and sometimes without us knowing as well. So I think this person definitely qualifies as a mentor to me. So a few last things that you should know about this person. This person is definitely somebody that can have you cackinating all over the place. This is somebody that is fun-loving and that brings light to the room. Every time she steps in, it's like bling. People start smiling, and even if she's telling you what to do, you do it, and you better do it fast, and you better do it with a smile on your face, because she's smiling. You kind of feel obligated to do so. I feel very blessed, and I feel special to have this person in my life. I feel special that I've gotten to know the ins, the outs, and that I can be whoever I am in front of this person, whether I am being my picture perfect Jamia Wells Palmer, who does everything just so self, or if I'm being my wild and crazy me self, doing whatever I do, cussing up a storm and just running amok. So I want everybody to unmute themselves and give a round of applause to one of the best comedians in the nation. Her name is Marilyn Johnson. I call her Shonda, but she is Miss Marilyn J. Miss Marilyn J, here is an award for you. Thank you for being the best friend ever. I couldn't do life without you, and I couldn't do this without you. So thank you very much.
What a surprise!
So, I am now finished presenting my award. I will now pass this back over to Madam Toastmaster. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Mimi. That was very unprecedented, unexpected surprise. That was wonderful. Thank you for your tribute to your friend, Ms. Marilyn J. And again, Ms. Marilyn J., congratulations to you.
Thank you.
All right, so the theme of the meeting, halfway through, but the theme of the meeting we came up with would be a light to others. In light of recent events and everything that's ongoing right now, it might be a little bit difficult to try to remain upbeat and try to keep a smile on your face. But thankfully, everyone here has given me the opportunity to remain vigilant and just to be present and just to be an inspiration. But so I just pass it on to you, just be an inspiration and be a light to others. And at the same time, it could help you be a light to yourself as well. So continue to raise that vibration, if you will. So now we're going to get into the table topics. So I look forward to see what kind of questions are going to be given to everyone. And hopefully it'll make people, sorry if I'm mispronouncing the word, cacophonate, how is it pronounced? What is the word?
Caconate.
Caconate, thank you.
Think of like cackle, but caconate.
So hopefully these
or
questions.
Maybe like decaffeinate, but caconate.
Okay, thank you. So hopefully these questions will make people caconate, and just keep everybody's spirits up. So Ms. Janet, the queen of everything, take it away.
Thank you. Please raise your hand if you can hear me, making sure that you can hear me. Okay. Clinton, can you hear me? Your screen is frozen. Okay, good. If you're willing to do a table topics question, please raise your hand. I know Miss Marilyn J. is not in the group, but you're very welcome to answer a question. Apparently Marty is not, but Shanida and Latosha, raise your hands again. There we go. Okay, Miss Marilyn. So Miss Marilyn, my question to you, and as soon as I'm finished asking, then you would just unmute yourself. What always makes you laugh? If you think of it, you always laugh. Please unmute yourself. I can't hear you.
Okay, well, thank you, Miss Janet. So appreciate it. And what always makes me laugh is I like to see little kids. I think little kids are cute. They're adorable. They're unrelentlessly honest. And I love to be around kids. I think being around kids keeps us youthful. It keeps our minds, our bodies active, being around children. And the person who probably makes me laugh the most is, don't age me either, people, my great niece. Her name is Kylie. She's 5 years old. She is the cutest, most hilarious kid you will ever see in your life. And anytime that I want to laugh, I think about her. And I just think about the joy of my youth and being youthful and really just living a great life. And yeah, you know, you're only as old as you think you are. So I encourage people to live a youthful life and be around youngsters. We'll learn a lot. and have some great experiences. And you'll definitely get some laughs out of being around some toddlers.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And then I have another question, and can I see a show of hands, see who's willing to take another one? We have Latosha, then we'll do Marty, then we'll have Chinetta. So I already chose everybody. So Latosha, this is a similar vein. During this time when a lot of people are stuck at home, what do you do to make yourself laugh at the last moment? Do you tell yourself a joke? And so what's the joke? Do you think of a thought or think of somebody, or do you have an antic that you perform to make yourself laugh?
I think that's me, right? Janet? Did you say okay, Latasha. So my sister is also my best friend, and we have managed to get through this by forwarding each other memes all day long when we're supposed to be working. And some of them are really, really good. We have made a lot of light out of a situation that seems to be very serious to most people. But that's what we do all day. That's how I get my laughs. I also have been watching a lot of comedy on Netflix, and that's what I do at night when I'm supposed to be sleeping. So a lot of replacing the things I used to do, the routines I used to have with pipe and laughter into my life to get through, like I said before, a time when the world seems pretty serious. So that's what I have. Thank you.
So the next person we'll have will be Marty. And what is the goofiest thing you've ever done that you can tell us on screen here?
This is hard. I can think of lots of goofy things I've done, not many of which were necessarily legal or repeatable in mixed company. On the other hand, as you know, and as many people know me, I tend to do goofy things all the time. I was working with Victoria Cox. She and I were co-presenting at another Toastmasters meeting Sunday. And yesterday, we've been practicing this speech on and on and on. It's quite difficult to co-present with somebody. It presents its own set of challenges. And we decided to start the point where we record it. And we record it, set it up where the Zoom meeting would be, have a backdrop, the whole thing. We were so excited about putting it together. And I thought it would be funny to introduce some levity into this. And I didn't know what a monster I'd awoken. We switched off a few times throughout the speech. When it was my turn to speak, she did all sorts of disruptive and distracting things. She was mocking me. She was standing behind me. I have this common thing I do with my hand gestures, and she was doing them in the most exaggerated way. She was just, I could go on, but she did all sorts of things. It just really made it difficult. And I recorded it for posterity, and we got a good laugh out of it. We crammed 2 minutes of material into 18 minutes. I mean, because half of it was just us laughing and doing the wrong thing over and over again. But just recently, that was one of the goofiest things I did. I unleashed a monster by picking on Victoria while we were recording our speech together. It was terrible. I do not recommend it at all. And yeah, so when you're co-presenting with somebody, don't pick on somebody if they're very gifted at picking back on you. That was the lesson that I learned. Madam Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Marty. I appreciate that. Now, Chinetta Lynn, I have a question for you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Raise your hand if you can hear me. Okay.
Yes.
This is also on the theme of joy and laughter. Tell us either the funniest joke you know or the most joyous thought you have had? Because finding a funny joke at the last second might be hard, but joyous thoughts, they flow through us. So
The joyous thought that I have is that after this is over, after the the COVID scare and the virus, that it's going to be a new normal, that people are going to really appreciate time with their family. They're going to appreciate their time more, and maybe not focus on work and making money so much. It might be a change for people. That's what I look forward to, that people will really realize that spirituality is really more important than making money. So
thank you very much. I don't know if we've run out of time for table topics. Should we close it now?
Yes, ma'am. We are right at 12:38. So thank you so much, Table Topics Master and all the participants. So give yourselves a round of applause.
Yay. I'm going to repeat so that you can vote. Miss Marilyn talked about kids making her happy. Tasha talked about memes, and she and her sister exchanging memes and funny stories. Marty talked about being goofy, and Chinetta talked about joy as the new normal. So you can send me your votes on the chat, and I will tally them. Thank you.
I think you're up, Jennifer.
Okay, I was just giving everyone a minute to just cast their votes really quick. So, all right, perfect. So right now I'm going to turn this portion of the meeting over to our general evaluator, the distinguished Toastmaster, Mr. Marty Sellers. Why did I get Sellers? Scholes. Sorry, I was thinking of somebody else.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Now comes the portion of our meeting where we hear from our functionaries. So let's do that. Who would we like to hear for first? Before we go there, let's listen to our evaluators. Quentin, I assume you've got some feedback here for our first speaker or second speaker? The first speaker? Yeah, the second speaker was, I don't know.
I can't stand you, Marty.
I'm just kidding. Please help me welcome Quentin Blanche.
Appreciate the introduction, Marty. I will be evaluating Mimi's first speech. And as far as the content, I think we can all relate. I know one of the things that she had me looking for was just the subject overall being something that could help us in a social or political, and I think a little bit of both. This is everything as far as mental health goes. Did the speaker define the scope of the speech of the subject of the speech? I think she did pretty well as far as it being regarding mental health. She did bring up minorities, and she also did bring up that it's impacting all of us. So I think that was a scope there. Maybe give some more relatable environments, maybe bring up some other groups as well. Also, what I just wrote for some notes as far as the speaking ability, great gestures, actually better gestures now on video than I think even in person. I think you said something with the mind and bringing people together, and you've definitely been using gestures even in your second speech, so I like that. You gave great call to action throughout, which was to type, which kept us engaged, made it very interesting. I believe your vocal speed and variety was also very good. You bring it up and loud, and then you also would tone it down a little bit and make it soft when you needed to. Maybe a little bit more throughout your speeches. That would keep us even more engaged. And you were very entertaining for the subject because mental health is not easy to talk about. It asks here as far as did you bring up expert opinions? You did talk about the book. maybe bring in some more science, maybe from some doctors, maybe from some research that can kind of hit that more analytical side of things when talking about mental health. Also, the word of the day, I don't know if it's calculate, I think it's cockinate or cacinate.
Cacinate.
And this is not a cacinate. Yep, it's not a subject to cacinate about, but you did make it very interesting, very entertaining. You did one gesture that would be maybe softer to approach it. And I'm going to just show you, for example, you did point, and pointing can be a little intimidating. So maybe point like this, you know, maybe add the full hand, or, you know, just to make it less intimidating. Also consider in your subject, because it asks here, a topic that's narrow, maybe bring in nutrition a little bit, because that's also super important when it comes to mental health, because we can have great thoughts, but if people are putting bad things in their body over time, science says your body can't eat a Hershey bar a day. It needs an apple a day. Just explain that, because a lot of people, they'll have good thoughts, but they may not be eating right to make their mental health better. And a stronger summary. You did a great job as a speaker. Maybe the flow of the speech at the end, you know, summarize mental health, maybe throw in a joke or two to get some cacinate on something that could be serious. But outside of that, I think you did a great job from video speech, and definitely something to consider. So great job, Mimi.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Quentin. Well, it doesn't look like we have an evaluator for, or do we have an evaluator for your, so we do. Oh, it's Marilyn, right? Oh, I apologize. I missed it on the piece here. Oh, did you want to say something, Janet? No? Okay. Well, I'm really batting 1,000 here, aren't I? Thank you so much, Q. And to evaluate our second speaker, who bears an uncanny resemblance to our first speaker, I'd like to invite Marilyn up here to evaluate Mimi. Please help me welcome Marilyn.
Hello there, fellow Toastmasters. So I will be evaluating Mimi's second speech, which was presenting an award. A couple of questions here. I'll go through the Toastmasters list. Did the speaker clearly explain the purpose of the award? I'll say, forgive me, because I tuned out for a second at the beginning. But when she started revving up, talking about the person, and I'll tell you, I did not know it was me, but I actually got really excited. I was like, this sounds kind of good. So I'll say, I think she did a great job at building up the anticipation of who the individual was. I think I was on the edge of my seat thinking, oh, I can't wait to hear who it is. You know, it sounds so great. So she definitely did a great job there. So it asks, how effectively did the speaker convey the reasons the recipient deserved the award? I think she did great there. How sincere was the speaker in her praise? She was absolutely sincere. Again, it was about me and I didn't know. So I think it was authentic is what I would say. Her words were authentic, and I don't know when she came up with this either. So she did a good job. It also asks, what could the speaker have done differently to make the speech more effective? She could have given me money, okay? If she loves me, she appreciates me so much, you think, all right, give me money, right? Hello? I think everybody agrees with that. So if you love someone, you think they're great, give them money, okay? Wins them every time. And it says, what did you like about the speech? And I'll say, of course, I know her as a friend. I've probably seen more of her development than some of you guys have. So to hear her speak, what I would say so eloquently on both speeches, I will commend her on. You guys got the good grammar. I don't always hear the good grammar. So just knowing that you can be versatile and speak to whoever, whenever you need to speak, and always make that appropriate. I give her definitely big kudos on that, for definitely sounding well and clearly and effectively getting her message across on this speech as far as presenting an award. I think she did a great job there. And that is my evaluation. Thank you.
Ms. Marilyn, thank you so much for doing that. Let's move now to the functionary portion of the meeting where we find out how we did. This is always an interesting time for us. First, let me invite Janita up here to tell us about our timing. Janita, would you tell us how we did?
well, since we've had so much time on our hands recently, I'm sure we're all really busy doing a lot of different things. But today at our meeting, our first speaker, Mimi, the motivator, I tried to show her with my homemade cards that she did use about 8 minutes, but it was great. We enjoyed your speech. I started to just let you go, 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 and go. And then let's see, what was next? Was your next speech was about 4 minutes, and then we had the table topics. Everyone was about 2 minutes. Marty, let's see, we had Latasha, you were about 2 minutes. Unfortunately, I couldn't count the seconds. Marty, and you were almost three minutes, almost. And I took less than a minute. So let's see. And then Quentin, your what you told us about Mimi's speech, you took about 3 minutes almost. And what else was I supposed to time? I think I timed everything. But next time, hopefully, we won't have papers.
Awesome.
There'll be an improvement. Give me somewhere to improve to.
Thank you so much, Janita. Appreciate that.
You're
Give me
welcome.
a hand here. Marilyn, I'm going to bring you back here and ask you to tell us a little bit about how we did in our grammar and how we did with the word of the day.
What I'll say is,
make sure that we don't caconate over that, because there can be some things that are pretty funny. There, I snuck it in. All right.
well, I hope I did good on my timing with my table topics and with my evaluation. I don't know if you got it or not, Janita, but hopefully I was good on my timing there. But as far as, let's start with the word of the day. You guys are great. I will commend you guys on using the word caconate. We have caconated quite a bit at this Toastmasters meeting today. So that's good. It's healthy. Like, y'all don't know, y'all got like different chemicals flowing through your body and your brain, and it's the healthy kind. So that's what I'm talking about. So we definitely had quite a few people use the word of the day. I think Mimi used the word of the day 3, maybe 4 times. Big shout out to Q. He used the word of the day twice. And a shout out to our Toastmaster, Jennifer. She used the word of the day as well, at least one time, or maybe more. It was a little mispronunciation, but she got it in there. We knew exactly what you meant. So great job there. And I think I got everyone. If I missed you, I'm so sorry, because I was like having fun listening to y'all. So that is my report on the word of the day. And as far as grammar goes, I really didn't hear any improper uses of grammar. You guys all speak very, very well. You can see that you guys seem to be seasoned Toastmasters, maybe some more seasoned than others, but all of you guys really, really speak well. And I'd hold a conversation with you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Marilyn.
Yeah.
That's a portion of the meeting a lot of us dread. Some of those of us who struggle more with the ahs and ums. I'd like to invite up Latasha to tell us how we did as the ah counter.
Whoop, whoop. So we definitely got our ahs in today. Nothing wrong with that, right? So let me see. I had to keep track of it on my phone. We have Jennifer with 2 ahs. And Q, you had 6 ahs. And Marilyn J, you win with, I think, 8 or 9 ahs. I don't see anything wrong with ahs. Toastmasters says we have to count them, but I think they're awesome. So thank you. Madam Toastmaster, evaluator.
Thank you so much. I'm just going to take this moment to pass it back to our Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Marty. Appreciate that. So, Ms. Janet, do we have a table topics winner?
Indeed, we have a tie.
Oh, wow.
Marty
Well, you have to
and
break the tie, Janet.
Nessa tied. What's that?
You have to break the tie. As table topics master, you are responsible for breaking the tie.
Okay, well, I'm not going to do that because I like both of them, and that would tie it up all even more. Chinetta and Marty win, and you get to go around with that emblazoned across your chest for the rest of the day.
I should have voted for myself again.
All right, congratulations, Chinita and Marty, for your table topics. Great listening to all of you. So right now, I'm going to turn it back over to our lovely president and marathon speech reader, speech maker, Ms. Mimi the Motivator. The floor is yours.
Thank you, thank you. You did a wonderful job, Madam Toastmaster. Thank you so very much. Thank you all for putting up with me in all these speeches. As you know, I am working on this doggone DTM, and I am, as of today now, I'm probably about maybe only 5 speeches away to getting there. So thank you for supporting me and allowing me the space to get this done. Quick announcement. So first announcement is to our table topics winners and to everybody. I put a link in the chat box. If you click on that link, you can download this nice little frame, and you're going to take your picture, and it's going to say you are the table topics winner, and you're going to text this to Miss Chinita Lynn so that way she can share it on our social media stuff. So make sure you get that done so we can know, and it has a little ribbon next to your head that says table topics winner. So make sure you get that done, get that over, because we want to keep our ribbons going. We want to get our support going, and we also want to continue to share our accomplishments with the community. Our next meeting will be April 22nd. And if you will give me a moment, I am going to pull up Easy Speak to see who has already signed up for next meeting. And if you have not, let's get that done. Let's see, next meeting. Is there anyone that is presently on the call that is not expecting to be here next week? Me. Okay, you, okay. All right, Miss Marilyn J, we'll give you a pass. All right, I'm logging in. Okay, so next week's speech, next week's speakers. Do we have speakers already? I think so.
I don't see it, but it looks like that's a speechathon.
Is it? All right. It is. It does look like a speechathon. So we need speeches. So I heard through the grapevine that Miss Tasha Thomas Kessel will be postponing her speech to next week. So is that correct? Will you be speaking next week, ma'am? Yes. Awesome. Okay. What about a Toastmaster? Tasha. Does anybody want to sign up to be Toastmaster next week? Going once, going twice. Okay, it will be me.
I'll
If you need a
do any
speaker,
role
I'll
you
speak.
want there.
You'll speak Q. And what did you say, Marty?
I said, this is Q, I'll speak.
Oh, okay.
I can jump in for any
Didn't
role.
know he
you
could
do.
change his
Somebody-
voice like that.
Right?
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gift.
Speak.
What would you, you're going to speak, Janet?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
If you need any roles filled like Toastmaster, I'll be happy to do that.
All right. Well, then Marty will be our Toastmaster. It is done. So Toastmaster Marty. Our 3 speakers will be Toastmaster Tasha, Toastmaster Q, Toastmaster Janet. I am wanting to work on my timing skills because it is a very weak point in my life. So I will take on the role of timer. Miss Chanita, what role would you like to do?
I guess I can evaluate.
Awesome. Thank you so very much. Jennifer.
Bless you.
Bless you.
I could do word of the day, word master.
All right.
Does that and grammarian go hand in hand all the time?
Yes.
Okay.
In most clubs it does. In our club, I think it was separated because at one point we had a lot of people and it made it where we had additional roles. But in the meantime and in between time, let's keep those roles together for now as grammarian and word of the day. Okay. Okay, so grammarian.
And Mimi, am I speaking? You have me speaking?
Yes, I have you speaking.
Okay.
So you will be second speaker, Tasha will be first speaker, and Janet will close us out.
I heard you volunteer, Q.
Yes, sir. Si,
Okay.
senor.
All right. So I think that we just need an eye counter. Do we have can you be eye counter, Jennifer? Oh no, I got you. Now, you know what? I wrote Janet's name twice. Sorry. Jennifer. I just went J crazy. Okay, so I will reach out to our other people that I am expecting to be here next week to fill the last row, or either Marty. Hey, Marty is the Toastmaster. He can really handle that himself, you know. But we do have some roles filled, so we can go ahead and get that stuff taken care of and put in. Does anybody have any announcements? So I wrote B12 on my list and it just dawned on me why. So in regards really quick to Q asking about something about nutrition. So with mental health, yes, B12, your B vitamins are super important. Those are the things that kind of make some stuff happen that's supposed to happen up there. So definitely up your B vitamins. Definitely get outside, guys. Get outside. We might be in a stay-at-home and lockdown order, but at least get outside for even if it's just 10 minutes a day. Get you some sunlight. It builds your immunity, and it builds up your happy chemicals and reduces the cortisol, which is the bad chemicals. And with that, I am now closing out the meeting. Do you have something for us, Tasha?
I do. So just for kicks and giggles,
Give it to us.
could you read
Yes.
the affirmation and the ailment for flu symptoms?
Yes,
AKA
ma'am.
the COVID virus.
Yes, yes. So I'll do flu, and I think they have one for virus as well.
Okay.
What is the real name for flu? Okay, influenza. I couldn't think of that at the moment. Sorry, I had a brain fart. So influenza says that it is response to mass negativity and beliefs, fear, belief in statistics. I'm so glad you asked that. So the affirmations are, I am beyond group beliefs or the calendar. I am free from all congestion and influence. So thank you for asking that, because I've never read that one, and that is very powerful for what we have going on. And if there's nothing else, we will close. So inspirational speakers, I love you all, and I'll see you next week. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.